Suren, just let me know once you start the recording.
Yeah, we are good to go.
Okay. Hey, guys, good morning. And first of all, thanks for joining on a Saturday morning. And sorry, we were not able to plan this much in advance. It was on a short notice. So I'm Anthony Praveen from Career Zoomers. I am the training coordinator, and Surendran Etraj will be your trainer, who's also joined here. Let me start with Career Zoomers and then probably hand it over to Suren so that he can take you into the technical aspects of this workshop. So, Career Zoomers is a community group. Why I say community group is we are not a training institution. That is something which I want to make very clear before we start anything. So, our ultimate aim is to do knowledge sharing here. In our kind of industry, the IT industry, continuous learning has become a mandatory aspect. So we thought that we should provide an opportunity for everyone to do a continuous interaction with the counterparts among the IT industry. At the same time, learn something new, learn something which is hot in the market. So for this workshop, the topic which we have selected is Selenium. Even though we are not a training institute, but whatever trainings and workshops we do it in a pretty organized manner, and we prepare a curriculum, we prepare course content, we share it with everyone, and we also do ask people to pay a minimal fees because there's a lot of administrative costs involved. So we do insist in people paying fees, which is part of this. So these few things are something which I wanted to, share with you all when I start. Okay. So when I say about group learning workshops, these are live virtual e-learning sessions conducted on GoToMeetings, like how we are doing it right now. And these are conducted by industry experts who actually work on that particular topic or the area for years together, and they are an expert in that. So this is how we take forward these group learning workshops. We conduct them over weekends mostly, and this particular Selenium workshop is divided into 3 phases, where Selenium phase 1 will be a basic Selenium interaction, wherein a person who doesn't have any knowledge of programming, any programming skills also can join, and at the end of phase 1, he'll be able to do a simple automation of a web browser, a web page. So that is the ultimate aim of phase 1. Elevating that level to phase 2, what we do is we bring people into Java, which is a programming language which is, can be used along with Selenium for automation. And we also get into frameworks. And as a third phase, we get into the advanced level. So more details about this individual topics and the internal course contents, that will be discussed by Suren. I'm just giving you a perspective of what we are up to. Okay. Any questions related to other than the course content and other than Selenium? Anything related to workshops, anything related to this group learning workshop can be raised now. Otherwise, I'll hand it over to Suren.
Anthony, Emmanuel here.
Yeah. Hi, Emmanuel. Good morning.
So I just wanted to understand, apart from this Selenium, what other group learning topics that you handle, or other technical topics you handle in terms of
okay. In the past, we have conducted on software testing, mobile application testing. Selenium has been the hot topic, and probably next in a couple of weeks, we are starting with Tosca. Tosca is a codeless automation tool. So these are something which is ongoing right now.
Okay. So because I got to know your group through the big data community. So are you doing anything on data science or something, or you're specific on Selenium and testing related automation?
See, our aim is to pick any hot topic in the market. Currently, we felt we have the experts only for these, so that's why we are into this. Once
Got it.
we
Makes sense.
yeah, when there is a need and once we have a expert in that area, we will do anything. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Thanks for clarifying.
Sure. Anyone else has any queries around the group learning workshops, who Career Zoomers are? So we have a website called careerzoomers.com. So anytime you can check that website, you'll be able to understand more about us. And
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hello.
Can you tell me your name? Yeah, hi. I can hear you.
Yeah, this is Krishna here from Bangalore.
Hi, Krishna. Good morning.
So, are you conducting classes in Bangalore also? Do you have an institute in Bangalore?
No, sir. So these are purely online trainings. We call
Okay.
it virtual classrooms, and we conduct it only through GoToMeetings. I'll tell you a
Okay.
few reasons why we do this. See,
Okay.
the main aim of starting these group learning workshops is to make
Yeah.
people, comfortable in learning, so that they don't lose the touch and they do a continuous learning. So
Yeah.
we insist on people joining on e-learning classes or virtual classrooms, so that even say
Yeah.
next weekend I'm going for a hometown visit, I'll be able to attend the session from my mobile. And then what we
Exactly.
do is we record every sessions, and probably when you come back on Monday, you can probably take the recording and probably sit again on the desktop and you can go through that session. So that's the
Oh.
level of level of comfort we provide through these sessions.
Yeah. Moreover, hard reality is nobody has time to get into physical classrooms.
Exactly. And since you are in Bangalore, traveling from one place to another is, a nightmare here. So,
Yeah. I just wanted to know.
So,
A quick question is: are you helping the participant with the developing frameworks for Selenium?
phase two talks about that. So when you get into technical questions, so Suren will be able to answer you, but I want him to probably give an introduction about himself and then probably
Okay.
get into the course contents. So technical
Okay.
questions maybe after a few minutes.
Okay.
so Anthony, this is Santosh. Do you share these recordings with all participants?
Exactly. So what we do is we put it on a Google Drive and then provide access to all the participants.
Okay. And after the course completion, do you provide any assistance? For example, if I stuck somewhere and if I need help from the expertise. So,
Definitely, yeah. So that is the main aim of this. So we are building a community. So not just the trainers, but you will be able to interact with your own co-participants of this course. So we are providing a platform. Yes.
Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. And Suren is the most patient person I know. So he'll be ready to help you anytime during or after the course. So don't worry about that.
Okay.
Technical queries are always welcome. Hello.
I think we can start, right?
Yeah. So, Suren, over
One
to you,
last
Suren. Yeah, tell me.
Hadi this side. So I wanted to know. I mean, when we say weekend hours or weekend classes, I mean, on what baseline this is being conducted? I mean, would that be on Saturday or Saturday and Sunday both? Because I am a
Yes.
working professional still, so I hardly get time to get involved into the classes. So that's the thing. That's the whole reason I have opted for the weekend classes. So if
Right.
that could be possible, then on what baseline that will be held?
Sure. So I'll give you a gist of the schedule what we have planned for this Selenium workshop. So phase one will contain 3 hours of session for 2 days, which is on 9th and 10th of September. So which is Saturday and Sunday. Phase one will be 3 hours each. So 9th September, you'll have a 3-hour session for phase one. And then the second part of the phase one session will be on Sunday, which is 10th September, for 3 hours. Okay. Followed by that, phase 2 is on the next weekend. It starts on, I don't remember the exact date, but it's the next Saturday, which will be a 2-hour session, and it will continue till the next Sunday, which is, Saturday, Sunday, you have 2 hours, 2-hour session, and then the next Saturday and Sunday, you have a 2-hour, 2-hour session. And then that follows by the phase 3, which is again a Saturday, Sunday, and it will contain of 2 Saturday, Sundays. It will be a 2-hour session each.
So Anthony, Emmanuel, back again. So may I know what may be the
And
timing?
even those
timing
weekend sessions will also get recorded, and we can have a review of those recording sessions whenever we find time, right?
Yes, sorry, Emmanuel, just give us a minute. So Hadi, yes, all these sessions are conducted on weekends, and all sessions are recorded, and recordings will be provided. Yes, Emmanuel.
Yeah, so
All right.
since it's a weekend class, I just wanted to understand the timing of the 3-hour or 2-hour sessions.
Right. So it will start at 8 a.m. in the morning, and if it's a 3-hour session, it will go till 11 o'clock, and if it's a 2-hour session, it's 8 to 10 a.m. The reason we have kept it like this is we have some participants joining from overseas, so it will be Friday night and Saturday night for them. We just don't want to take it too late in the night. That's one reason. Second thing is people do have commitments during Saturdays and Sundays, so we don't want to disturb that. So we want to keep it early in the morning, but not too early, but 8 to 10 a.m., 8 to 11 a.m. That's the idea.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, if you don't have any non-technical queries, I'll hand it over to, Suren for technical queries now. Suren, over to you, Suren. Would you like to share your screen, Suren?
Just a second. Hold on, guys. Here, Anthony, could you just... Anthony, I'm just having some problem with the Gmail account. So could you just able to send me that to my...
No problem. I can share the PDF. Just give me a minute, Suren.
Thank you. By the way, guys, very good morning to one and all have attended here. And to all people.
Hey, Suren, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Suren,
Yeah.
just a moment. Are you guys able to see the screen which I'm sharing? Hello?
Yeah, I am able to see.
Yes, but like what?
Okay.
Your voice is breaking.
Is it any better now?
Yeah, now it is better.
Okay. So, Suren, over to you. You can do the talking now. I'll shut up.
Thanks, Anthony. Once again, good morning, guys. Nice to hear your voices and your enthusiasm to it. Thanks for the participation. Okay. Myself, Surendra Nitiraj. Before doing any talking, let me just speak a few words about myself. I'm Surendra Nitiraj. I've been working in the test automation industry for almost 11 years now. Majorly on all types of automation. Selenium was a start for me. API, Selenium, Appium. Right now, I'm doing something on WinDriver and Mac Driver. So like tools have been coming and going on. So I'm was fortunate to start off my career in automation and continue with that. Yeah, apart from that, I'm more interested in trainings and presentations outside. So I have presented in various forums in different topics. Starting from your functional automation to the end of our automation. Yeah, you could see me. You could catch me on LinkedIn as well. Yeah, more or less, that's about me. We have earlier done a Selenium workshop, and it was very much useful for people because when Anthony came to me and told me that it was almost 3 months before, right, Anthony? So that time he said we are looking for a group learning workshop. It'll be more interesting. We can just share your screen and start doing things. Let them also do it in the background. So we had a good participant in the first round. We had a good interactive sessions where the sessions where I was discussing a topic, trying to do it here. We were used to go towards the GitHub. We have a separate GitHub for that for you guys. You can we will share the links one on the session itself. The necessary setups, everything is documented, so you guys can go and refer it later on, and whatever you're doing in the class, you would be able to replicate it, and if not able to replicate, still you would be able to see the sample examples of it, so you can go you can take your own pace to basically understand it. We also have some exercise at the end of the each and every phases, so which will it's a self leverage. We are going to validate those things, but we will definitely help you to achieve those things. Like these are some milestones for internally self, so that you guys can get the confidence. Like, okay, fine, now I can do some automation around it. I'll tell you guys, it's very easy for people who has a doubt that whether I should. I've seen your messages. Is Java a necessity and all those things for phase one? For knowing Selenium and working on Selenium, you need not be an expert in Java. A basic programming is more than sufficient. uh, Java is just a language which we thought of, because it's more often or not, many people come and ask requests on Java. So we decided to go with and as phase two, and then explain them how we can leverage Java with Selenium, how we can bring up frameworks, how we can construct small frameworks. So we are trying to move from, from if you are being an manual guy trying to move automation. Phase one is right up. From phase one, you understand Selenium, and from there, from automation towards STED in terms of programming language, yes. In terms of programming language capacity and framework understanding, we will all see examples. It won't be just recorded session. We won't share any slide deck. That's the beauty of this particular session. It's going through slide decks, like it's a monotonous job for me, and it's easy as well, but it's very monotonous for me. But the point is, we interacting and we doing this live. That's the experience. So if you could see the screen where we have divided our phases. The first phase, that is starting next week, we will be starting with Selenium basics. Starting with what is Selenium, introduction of that. I still feel, being after being here for industry for long, I still feel Selenium IDE is not utilized or to the fullest. Okay. So I feel that we can still leverage Selenium ID in many cases. So we will see how we can do that. And the major part of it is basically your locator types. The locating elements. On your through the locators and through Selenium IDE, you get to know, you get to locate the elements much faster. So simple trick for people who have tried it out, automation or working on automation. If there is any object change, what you do is, most of them, I'm not saying everybody of them, most of them will change the object, will change it to XPath or whatever they wanted to, and they will rerun the script. Let's say the change is on the third or the fourth page of the application. Every time you rerun it, it's going to take a lot of time, right? So instead of that, Selenium IDE will be able to help you to fix it right and then you can run it as a whole suite. So it's a small hack, but it is a very important hack and time saving hack. So these small things we will learn, and we will try to deliver it faster. And then we will move towards Selenium WebDriver. How it basically happens. How what are the installation steps to be done if you're starting fresh. Small introduction about JUnit, small introduction about TestNG, so that we understand the unit testing framework. You need not be an expert in Java to understand these two frameworks. It's just a unit testing framework, so we will be able to get some knowledge around it and move on with weights and some common methods. So that will be phase one for us. Phase two would be the Java basics, which where we start understanding Java. We basics of Java, getting the understanding of it. All the OOPS concepts coming under it. and then we will see how we would have already implied some of the Java concepts in the first phase. Now we will be able to extend that and understand it much better with our own examples which you have written from phase 1 to phase 2. And yeah, of course, your framework development, that's a major piece. We will start from a scratch. We will take different applications. How we'll start from a scratch. We will see what are different types of framework, which framework where it will be supported, which framework we can do it, how it is becoming a hybrid, how it is becoming a different, how to implement a data-driven framework, how to implement a modular-driven framework, and majorly we will build a hybrid framework by having individual components. So what are the components I need to see? All those small aspects we will look into. Hey, Anthony, your screen.
Done. Is it okay now?
Yeah. We'll also see some patterns like factory pattern. What is a page object factory? What is page factory? So these are singleton class or a proper retrieving data from the property file. So these are and of course the CI integration. We will see introduction to Jenkins, how to create a job, how Maven comes into picture. If not Maven, what are the other options in terms of Ant and all those things? Those questions can be answered in that particular framework development. So at the end of phase 2, you should be able to run a CI job by your own, by creating your own framework. That's the intention behind it. We will have exercises doing the same on phase 2. Phase 3 would be completely advanced. We will go level up in terms of Windows handling, in terms of mouse over actions, getting the screenshot, handling the screenshot, or working with date picker, or working with some the latest AngularJS modules, and see how we can get those AngularJS modules into it. Finding out broken links, getting the cookie handling. So these are some advanced concepts. We will also see some introduction about Selenium Grid. How do you configure a grid? Basic grid, not to a great extent, because Selenium Grid itself is a separate topic. So we will have a basic grid set up in your local machine, which will have a hub and node, and we will see how we connect through remote driver to the hub, and how it is directed to the node, and how it's getting executed. So these are some, and we will do some parallel on Selenium Grid as well if time permits. The latest Edge browser, and the Firefox Gecko driver, because Firefox support has been stopped, and Gecko driver has some issues as well. So we will find out, like, okay, which are the ones which we can leverage as of today with Gecko driver. So these are few things we will work it out. So any questions on the content, on the topic, you're welcome to ask.
Yep. So this is Santosh.
Yes, Santosh.
So whatever the syllabus or content you have told, like, it's pretty exhaustive, and most of the things you are covering.
Okay.
So like whatever the time duration we are looking here, do you think like it will be covered in a detailed way, so the people will get benefited?
Santosh, it's a good question, but we have already done this. It's not that it's new for us. The same set of has been completed in earlier batch as well. There were some additional questions. There were some due to time constraint. There were in the advanced level we had some people wanted to have another session, so we did have an additional session where if things went off out of hand in terms of understanding and people's request, we had actually reconnected in one session where we completely went through their questions. Nothing from our side. It was all questionnaires which was answered from the participants. So it had a 1 hour session where we dealt only with the questions which came to us. So I'm sure Anthony would arrange something similar at the end of the phase 3 as well.
Okay. So right now, like, if I understand, like, we are talking the entire Selenium course in a 3 steps, correct? 1,
Correct.
2, and 3.
Correct.
So right now, if I'm interested, like, okay, if I complete the basic and I want to take some gap, then I want to continue with second session and then third, vice versa. So is it possible?
I think,
Okay. Probably.
Anthony, you can answer.
Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
No, you can answer that. I think you'll be the right person.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Santosh, in this case, what will happen is you'll have to wait for the next batch, and next batch's phase 2 starts. That will be your ideal option. I mean, that might happen immediately after this batch, or we might take a break of some time because other courses are also running. So that I cannot assure you anything right away, but I will definitely allow you to attend it in the next batch, but timelines cannot be assured.
Okay. Okay. Yep. Thank you.
We do consider the festivals and festival breaks. Even the trainer and the organizers, they also need some time break. So which is why I have mentioned it as a tentative schedule.
Yep.
In terms of festivals, like now Diwali is coming up, so during that time we might take a break. We might give it some time. Also, during last few batches, what we have done is we have actually given revision sessions, and we have actually broken between phases so that people have some time to recollect and come up with queries if needed. So that's all done. So whatever the schedule which is provided is a tentative schedule based on the participant speed and participants comfortability. We will be altering it to an extent. Yeah.
Yeah. Like why I was asking this question, because definitely
Any
okay.
other technical?
Yeah, no, this is Santosh again. Like why I was asking this question, definitely like you will be covering from your end, but like definitely we need some time to do the practice and like make sure like whatever the things are going on, we are like getting everything.
To be very honest, what is expected from the participants is to utilize the weekdays at least 30 minutes a day from Monday to Friday, because Saturday, Sunday you attend a course. So at least 30 minutes if you spend during the weekdays, Monday to Friday, that will give you a lot of benefit. That's a frank opinion. That's what is the expectation from the organizers.
One more thing, Hadi, this side. See, I agree to your point. I mean, weekdays, 30 minutes per week, each a day should be sufficient for a practice. But it looks quite challenging for people who are already into the industry and who are working professionals. I hope there are a few people in the batch 2 group who has already joined in. So that looks quite challenging for the working professionals to work on the weekend part. I mean, on the weekday part.
Right.
Practice on the weekday part, yeah.
Okay. So as far as I am concerned, see, the idea is to give an opportunity to continuous learning, but we do provide the space for people to learn and take time to study regarding the course contents. So just in case people on a bunch feel that it has become a little hectic during the period, the topics have been complex during that week, we can probably discuss and probably look for a break also in between. Probably we can break on a Saturday and continue from Sunday onward. That much of flexibility is definitely available.
Great. In that case, that should be helpful. And one more thing, I mean, after,
but that should be a majority. Sorry to interrupt. That should be a majority call. I mean, I cannot, accept requests from individual. That should be a common thought around the participants.
Copied. So the next point is, I mean, post the completion of the training and all. So, I mean, upon the, I would rather say the expertise what the people or the individual is trying to gain, and across the practice sessions and all, if the people are getting any queries or anything post training, then would we be able to, reach you for at least
Got your point. So that was the next agenda of this particular gathering. Okay. So once Suren finishes with the the technical queries, I was about to introduce you to a tool called Slack and how it works. I don't know how many of you have already already started using Slack, but we create a Slack project, and everyone is connected through that. And Slack is a tool, it's an IM, which can be, which is already installed in the trainer and the organizer's mobiles. So it is like a WhatsApp message or a direct interaction, which can be done throughout the group, throughout among the participants.
Hello,
So for,
Yatiraj,
I mean,
this is
post
Krishna here. Hello.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I have a similar question, Yatiraj. Is it like, can I join it from the phase 2 workshop? Phase 1, anyway, I know Selenium to some extent. So I want to start it from phase 2 batch. Is it possible?
It is possible. Suren, you might want to interrupt here and probably give them the perspective what we do during the phase 1, what kind of environmental setups. See, basically, whoever was, I didn't catch a name. So the phase 1 is actually a tone setting phase where we set up environments, we set up all the, we give a feel, we give a hang for the participants to understand what we are up to, how this process works. So more than learning the basics of Selenium, you will be setting up your environment for learning the complete course.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. I am familiar with that. I am already an automation guy who has worked extensively in QTP, but I want to get into Selenium. So Selenium, I have some fair knowledge on how to set up environment. I have worked on Selenium also earlier. So I want to get into the second phase probably, where I thought the basics, the first phase is not necessary for me.
Right. So I get your point. See, let me put it straightforward. Just give me 1 minute, Suren. After that, I'll hand it over to you. See, you have the option of continuing from any phase, not just phase 2. You can join even in phase 3. We don't mind at all. But the advice, but the suggestion, what we put forth is regarding the tone setting. The reason is probably Suren can explain better. Over to you, Suren.
Okay, see, Krishna, like, see, the point is, as he said, it's not. You get some hacks as well. Like you might have worked with Selenium. You might have, worked on the basics of Selenium, the basics of coding. But there are certain hacks. Like as you said, in QTP, the locator and how important is the locating the element. Similarly, we'll also see how easily we can get those locators in the phase 1. So for me, like locating an element when you're doing an automation is most important, because you write any good framework around it, but still, if you're not able to locate the element properly, that doesn't make any sense. So so what I wanted to say is, a phase 1 is not only basics, but it's a groundwork which you do. That's what Anthony also pointed out. So the advice would be to go with phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. But still, if you feel that if you have the confidence that I'm not so much in, I wanted to go to phase 2, it's up to you. I mean, there is no forcing from here. Yeah, but the advice would be
Adding to that. Yeah, adding to that, we want everyone to stay on the same page, on the same line, because it consumes time if you are not aware of what has happened in the past, or if you're not on the same page with the others. So that is one of the reasons. Yeah, go ahead, Suren.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, nothing else.
Just it was a thought only. I will take a call on this, no problem.
Yeah, sure.
Any more technical queries to Suren?
Not directly to Suren, but it could be to both of you. I mean, still my question stands still. It is the same. I mean, post the completion of training, up to how many months or how many days can we get in touch with you on a Slack tool?
Right.
Is it?
Okay, let me come back. Let me put it in more detailed manner. Okay, there's a tool called Slack. Okay, we create a project in Slack, and that is for lifelong. It's like a WhatsApp group, or you call it a Facebook group. So what we do is, we interact day in, day out. We use that as a forum to interact with all the Selenium experts. We even have ideas to promote job opportunities over there. So it's a long-term community that we are trying to build there. That's why I said Career Zoomers is a community group. So the basic idea, the crux of this idea is building a group. So it's not that we'll provide support for 2 months, 3 months. There's nothing like that. We are building a community and we will all be connected together. Not just the trainer and the participant, but even the participant to participant interaction will be very smooth on that tool.
All right.
Did I answer you, whoever it was?
Hadi.
Yeah, Hadi. I can quickly show you that tool if you want. Yeah, tell me. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, maybe some of the students who get through this course can become good trainers in your community also.
Why not?
Definitely. We love to have that. Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, that's it. Why not? Like I think that's good for us actually. We can have multiple sessions.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I sharing my screen now? Is everyone able to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the tool I'm talking about. This is nothing but a IM tool. I don't know how many of you are already aware of this tool. It's called Slack and it's part of Google now. So what we do is we create a group, a project called Career Zoomers here, and Selenium Batch will be one of the options which is shown here. So this is something which you can install in your mobile. It's a very simple tool and it's a very effective tool. What you're seeing right now is a project which was created for my job purpose, okay, for my work purpose. So here you can send direct messages to people. You can interact in groups, and the best part about Slack is it retains the history. Whoever joins later also will be able to see the history of communication which has happened on that channel.
Okay.
Does that help you answer your query?
Yeah, Anthony.
Okay.
Yeah. What else? I mean, any more queries? We have a few minutes more, so.
Hi, my name is Hari.
Go ahead.
I have a technical question to Subin. I'm very new to this automation, so I just want to know the scope of the Selenium. I mean, where is it used, and what are the companies where it can be used? Like, is this only web application testing, or can it be used to some other platforms like mobile applications or something like that?
It is mostly around 95% for web applications. I said the remaining 5% is on the mobile web applications. So mobile, when you come to mobility, mobile web also is part of it. So you can do some mobile web application testing using Selenium as well. But majorly, most of the companies use it for web application testing on different browsers.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, it doesn't support standalone application testing. Selenium can't support that.
Okay, thank you.
So altogether, how many classes would it comprise of? I mean, all the 3 phases?
I think you would be having two just a second.
Phase 1, 2 classes. Phase 2, 4 classes, I believe. Phase 3, I think it is 6 classes, right?
Correct.
Which has framework development concepts.
Yeah, right. That will be phase. Okay. That's on phase 2. That's not phase 3. That is phase 2. So that will be framework development would be in 2 classes, and Java would be done in 2 classes. So totally 4 classes on phase 2.
So in framework development, what are you really going to do? You're going to teach how development of framework happens?
Correct. Like what we will do is we will have a sample application. Okay. We use a standard sample application which contains all the
Okay.
actions. So it is just that we will see how to go about it. First we will see what are the components present, what are the components required for that kind of application, and then jot out the
So are you going?
yeah.
Okay. Are you going to demonstrate it through Eclipse
Correct.
and Maven?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Do you think 4 hours is sufficient for on putting framework concepts?
It should be sufficient, Krishna. I mean, like as I said, we have already done this. It's not that new for us. We have done that, and people have picked it up. See, basically, framework is not big extent. If you know Java, its framework is understanding. You just require an hour or two. It is just how you are understanding
Yeah.
it. Okay.
See,
So,
for me, I know the Java programming knowledge. I'm very well versed with Java.
but
Okay.
the program which we have
And,
here, Krishna, is
but
for
what I'm talking is beginners. For beginner, how it will be? 4 hours will be sufficient for a beginner.
see the
For
point.
me, I am already 17 years experienced. So it may not be a much big deal, but for beginners, definitely, I think they may need some few more time probably.
But we have the techniques. We know because the plan which we had is for basically covering both beginners as well as experienced people. It's not that we will be focusing on only some experienced people. We are having the intention behind it is to have for both experience as well as a beginner. Beginner should be able to grasp it because it'll be taught in a layman language so that they understand it better. So see, there are different
Okay.
ways of creating framework. We are going to focus on one type of frame. I mean, on hybrid framework which you're going to create. Okay, which components to add. We are going to see if you take a framework as a ship. What we are trying to suggest or what we are trying to teach people here is the base, the base of the boat. Okay, there are a lot of components which you keep on adding with respect to the application, but the base has to be strong. So the base is what we are trying to explain, and we are trying to teach the people.
Okay. That's good. That's really good. And one more question is, are you providing any training materials, or is it like videos are the only repositories
Videos are the only
they are going
repositories.
to use?
We would give you a GitHub URL, which we have our own GitHub URL, which will have these
Okay.
framework code, which will have the examples which we tried out on the sessions, the installation documentations. So all those things will be present in the GitHub.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have any queries further, guys?
The final query is fee structure. Can you little bit brief on the
Sure.
fee structure, probably?
Right, sure. Okay, so for the complete Selenium course, which is inclusive of phase 1, phase 2, as well as phase 3, which will be around 8 to 10 weeks of course, we are charging a fees of 4,000 rupees. Okay, and if anyone
Okay.
is if anyone feels that I would like to pay it in a lesser installment or phase by phase, then we are asking for a fees of 1500, which is 1500 per phase. So the idea is to give a discount of 500 rupees for the people who paid in all. Okay, and the idea behind that is we would, I mean, Selenium is a course you would like to learn completely. So anyways, everyone wants to understand Selenium, all three phases. So we encourage people to get committed into the course wholeheartedly in the beginning itself. So that's the primary idea.
And we have to set up all the tools, Selenium, WebDriver, Selenium IDE, Eclipse, everything on our laptops and practice, right?
Yeah, yes, Krishna. Like we would have the first phase, will consist of that as well. The first initial half an hour would be basically on the setting up the tools and other stuff. So we will send you we send you the post. Like what are the installation which you need to do. The setup would be done on the training session itself, so that even any normal person would be able to understand it and would be able to set it up in his local machine.
Okay.
Right. So let me quickly run through the. Yeah, go ahead. Who else?
I think to reconfirm the total phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 fee structure is 4
And
rupees.
इसको ठंडा दी.
Hello?
Right. Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. And how we are going to do that? Are you going to send a payment link or how it is?
Yes, the payments are through MMID. I have already shared it on the WhatsApp group which we have. I'll be again sharing it. So let me quickly run through the process what we are going to follow right now. So once this particular orientation session is completed, I'll be reaching out to you people with the payment details.
हटाओ इसको.
Can the others mute for a while, because people may not be able to hear what I'm trying to convey. Yeah. So after that, once you make the payment, I'll be adding you to the Slack project, whatever we have for Selenium Selenium batch and the Career Zoomers project. Okay. Once that is done, we'll be helping you with the timelines and the dates. We'll be sending you the schedule, and probably from next Saturday morning onwards, the course will begin. Any queries on this?
Yeah, sounds good. No issues.
Right. So we'll respect everyone's time. So if there is nothing more, we can close this call now, and probably we can directly interact. Just feel free to reach out to me on WhatsApp or give me a call directly on the same number, and we can talk in detail any further queries you have. Okay.
Okay.
My number is 9361040506. That's the WhatsApp number. That's the number you can reach me out on the mobile as well. Thank you. Thanks once again to everyone. Suren, thanks a lot for joining and clarifying all the queries.
Siraj, can you repeat your number, please?
Okay, this is Anthony here. I'll be the coordinator for this training. My number is 9361040506.
0405?
06.
Okay.
I'll repeat it. It's 9361040506.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I hope there are no more queries. If there are any, please do reach out to me. Thanks, everyone. We'll meet again on Saturday's class.
Yeah. Thank you.
See you all.